Hello Linux lovers, my name's Wimpy, welcome to my world. Hello Luke, good morning. So, welcome back. It's Friday, it's an unusual Friday for me. It's a day off work and doing some fun family stuff. Yesterday I could be found mostly swimming in the sea off the coast of Poole. Right, let's get into this. So, if you're watching this on YouTube after the fact, this was originally recorded or streamed on twitch.tv/wimpysworld. If you would like to join in these sessions interactively, then head over to twitch.tv/wimpysworld and give us a follow. Right, today's topic is very simple. OBS Studio 28 Beta 1 has been released and I want to have a go at building it on Ubuntu. And there's quite a lot to unpack with this one. Hello, good morning, Paul. Hello, Mandy. How are you? So, let's start with this. I've made contact with the package maintainer for the official upstream release of OBS Studio on Ubuntu, which they release via their PPA. And I am going to help with this effort. So this is my first foray into helping, in that I want to understand what's changed between OBS 27 and OBS 28 in terms of package requirements and build requirements. And because this is a beta and I've been following some of the sort of conversation around people compiling for themselves. Good morning.
Thanks for the resub, King Egypt. Morning all.
Thanks, King Egypt. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Where was I? Upstream. Yes, so there is now revised CI tooling in the upstream project which can produce a deb. I'm deliberately not going to use that today. I'm going to adapt my existing scripts so I can understand the changes in the context with what I am most familiar. Once I understand that process and I understand what's changed, I'm going to switch over to the CI tools for CI. Probably not today. I think today's the objective. Let's just understand what changed, get it building on multiple versions of Ubuntu. I've got some stretch goals as well. This could be a longer stream than usual. I have my, standard issue mug of tea. Good morning, by the way, everybody. But I also have iced water, because I expect this to go long, and I even have snacks. So I'm not quite sure how long I'm going to do this for. I'm going to be somewhat governed by when I get the call from family to go and deal with things, which should be a little bit later. So we'll see how we get on. But this is my first effort to understand the changes, and also there's some gaps in what's currently available in the Ubuntu builds of OBS Studio, officially via their PPA and also my version of the PPA. And a stretch goal is I'd like to try and close those gaps as well. Hey McPhail, good morning, how are you doing? So, the goal is simple. Build OBS Studio 28 for Ubuntu in a PPA. But let's actually start looking at what's involved here, because there's some nuance here and there are differences between different versions of Ubuntu. So, I have this PPA which is going to stick with doing stuff for OBS 27 because OBS 28 is not available yet, and there are changes in OBS Studio 28 which will break things at this early stage. So let's take a look at what's changing. So here's the OBS project on GitHub here. I'm very confused about the positioning of this animation that's running at the moment. I'm going to have a little look at that later. Right then, this is the releases page for OBS Studio 28, and I read through this the other morning, and I think this is the big thing we need to take note of. So there's the transition from Qt 5 to Qt 6. In a nutshell, Qt 5 is end of life. OBS Studio, to address like technical debt of keep building with Qt 5 need to move to Qt 6. It's a perfectly sensible change, but that has some implications on platforms that are no longer going to be supported. And in terms of the Ubuntu world, the most significant one is that Ubuntu 18.04 is no longer going to be an officially supported release for OBS Studio, because there is no Qt 6 available. Thanks. Very good, Luke. So this is something we're going to have to account for, but we'll read more because they've got this plan to upgrade here, and this outlines the Qt 6 stuff in a bit more detail. So we'll go and look at that in a moment because we need to make accommodations. And then this is the new fixes and releases stuff. There is some good stuff in here for Linux, but for the purposes of building, I'm not sure that any of this impacts, like there's interesting and exciting new features here, but I don't think from a build perspective there's anything here that's as oh yes, there is. This is the other thing we need to take advantage of. Here we go. We need to go and rev the version of Ceph. So that's the Chromium Embedded Frameworks. This is Chromium Embedded Frameworks. A massively oversimplification of this is it's like the rendering engine from Chromium that you can embed in other projects so that you get web browser type functionality. And in OBS Studio, this is what's responsible for powering the browser sources and things like the streaming service integrations with, you know, the Twitch authentication, the YouTube authentication and stuff like that. And you'll also see, so Ceph is officially maintained now by Spotify, so it's obviously used in the Spotify desktop clients for Windows, Linux and Mac. And Ceph is also what's used by the current Steam desktop, you know, for all of the major platforms. It's what Steam has used since the very beginning as well. It's sort of the evolution, if you like, of Ceph is something like Electron, which is Ceph plus a bunch of other stuff. So we'll need to bump that. We'll need to bump Qt. But if we go and look at the plans to upgrade here, for the PPA, so I'm not part of the team officially or anything like that. At the moment, I'm going to use this stream to learn what's changed and feed back to Goldace, who is the maintainer of the PPA, my findings, and hopefully feedback, by the way, I've done these extra things that we could potentially do in the official PPA. My hope is I will transition from being somebody on the periphery who's been packaging OBS in different ways to actually contributing directly to the packaging effort for OBS within that team rather than outside it. So you can see here that for Ubuntu 20.04 we can still build using Qt 5. So my plan today is get OBS Studio 28 Beta 1 building on Ubuntu 20.04 first, and then transition to getting it to build on 22.04, where we have to make the change to Qt 6. So there's going to be two steps to this process. And so this is obviously the smallest move. What I expect we may bump into here is the way that I'm building OBS is to take Debian packaging and effectively monkey patch it to add in all of the good stuff that we want, things like Ceph and the AGA camera support and AAC audio codecs. And because I use the upstream Debian packaging, there's a bunch of patches that are applied in that Debian packaging to make the build more Debian compatible, and I think some of those patches may no longer apply cleanly, so we may have to, I'm hoping one in particular still applies, otherwise this could be a massive fail, a bit like the last stream. So we'll see how we go. Let's have a look here. Okay, so this is the wiki for how to build OBS Studio on different architectures. Here is the information here for Linux, and this has been updated for OBS 28. And what's interesting here is they've now got this documented set of CI tools, and actually using this is the fast path to success. I could produce a deb no problem using this process, and as I understand it, it's these CI tools that will be used for producing the Ubuntu build in the PPA. I'm not going to use these days because, as I said, I want to understand the process. But stuff is documented here, and we can see, for example, this documents the Qt 6 changes. So we know what we'll need to change as a result of that. And then I was reading through the development channel on the Ubuntu Studio Discord, and I saw somebody ran into this issue where they weren't able to build on Fedora 36. And here was the resolution, which was to turn off this new MPEG transport output option in the CMake build. And that's because I think, and this is new ground for me, I think that's because this feature uses a library called librist, which hasn't been available in Ubuntu until the current development version of Ubuntu, which is Kinetic. That's the code name. That will become 2210. So I think we may have to do this in order to get the build to work, but also I'm thinking we could potentially package librist in the PPA in order that it's available, so we could enable this feature. So that's something I'm going to try and then discuss with the OBS Studio team to see if that's something that they want to do. So that's sort of that's the preliminary reading that I did on Wednesday morning and earlier today to sort of try and spot as many bear traps in the road ahead before I get started. So good morning. Let's have a look here. What have we got? Welcome to the stream, Linux Tips. Thank you very much for stopping by. Hey, Athiel, how you doing? So let's have a little look here. What's this? Switch to Zoom. Okay, yeah, we use Zoom at work as well. You can install Zoom with debget as well, just so you know. McPhail says, Lordy, Debs are fragile, aren't they? They can be. What did you hear me say that prompted that thought in your mind specifically, McPhail? I'd be interested to know. And Luke asks, did you say you had contact with the OBS team? Yes, I have. So I had been emailing the maintainer of OBS, the official OBS Studio builds for Ubuntu, and had no reply. It turns out they only look at that email address when they upload new versions of the PPA to make sure that the Launchpad has been successful. But I dropped into their Discord few days ago and introduced myself and basically said, I'm interested in helping with Ubuntu packaging. Is there anyone here who can help? One of the other maintainers stepped in and said, the person you need to speak to is this person. And they connected us on Discord, and we've had a conversation there. So that's where I've got connected. It seems the development channel on the OBS Studio Discord is alive with conversation, and that is absolutely the place to engage with the dev team if anyone's interested in contributing to the project. So McPhail says, maintaining different versions of a binary for different versions of Qt, bundling upstream libraries with possible side effects. Bundling upstream libraries with possible side effects. I'm not sure what you're driving at there. You were talking about the librist stuff that I was talking about. But yes, you know, when I was maintaining the... when I was maintaining the snap of OBS Studio, it was a little easier, but I was bundling a newer version of Qt 5 inside the snap of the OBS Studio snap in order to work around some other bugs. So, you know, that snap became quite unwieldy because it was no longer just OBS Studio. It's OBS Studio plus a whole bunch of libraries and plugins and Qt and the Chromium browser. It was, and VLC. It was it was getting hard. So even though that snap worked across multiple releases of Ubuntu and other Linuxes, it was just as hard to do that as it was to target each thing in discreetly, I think. Harder in actual fact, because when people were reporting bugs on distros that bumped a kernel or Mesa user space in and there was breakage because of path changes, that's hard to debug. Right then, so just to be clear, Luke, I am not officially endorsed by the OBS Studio team in any way whatsoever. I have just said I'm keen to help. Somebody has said that's great, and I've said this is what I'm going to be doing to learn more about the process, and I will share my feedback with them. So I am just a useful bystander and helpful pair of hands at the moment, but my aspiration is to get more connected with that team. I obviously use OBS. I think OBS is fantastic software, and contributing back to it directly is a good way to support that project, in addition to helping fund it and what have you. They know that I'm keen to help, and that's all above board. Yeah. So with that, let's get into this. Let's head over to, let's go to my code editor. So I have this surprise, a shell script, and what this shell script does is it grabs the packaging for OBS Studio from Debian Salsa. Debian Salsa is the GitLab instance where most of Debian packages are maintained. So it's a huge sprawling Git repository. So what I do is I take that Debian the Debian packaging from there, and then this script augments it to add all of the extra stuff. So that's what goes on here, and what we're going to do is we're going to create a copy of this script and adapt it to OBS Studio 28. And the reason I'm going to do a copy is because this is just a helper script that I have on my local file system. It's not in Git, so I can't branch and stuff like that. So I'm going to go old school and make a copy. So then I'll have I can then produce my diff and see where the changes are. I know, Paul, it's a shocker to see a shell script, a shonky shell script, turn up on this channel is indeed surprising in the extreme. So let's just copy that script from OBS Studio PPA. We'll just call it OBS PPA 28, and we'll open that one up and close the other one. And this is just in case there's a point release of this. I don't expect it, but I don't want to go and change everything all at once. So here we've got the script open again. I've looked. Debian, as you would expect, don't have a newer package for OBS Studio because this is the current stable release, so that's what's in the Debian repository. So we'll just roll some of this back. This is going to be revision 1 now, because we're going to be building 28. So let's just go back to my browser. We'll head to the releases page here. How is this officially titled? Like so. So I wonder how I'm going to version this. Because if I do this, that will be... let's just go back and look historically. Do they release .0 or do they release a .1? That's a 2. So they do release .0. So it was 27.2.0 was the first release. And then here we go. Here are the release candidates. So... how will I do this? how will I do this? So what I'm just contemplating here is how do I version this in Debian version language so that when we get to the point where this goes official, the new, I think what we'll have to do is this. Even that's not going to work, is it? I'm actually going to have to cheat. I'm going to have to do something like 27 like 28 beta 1, something like this, as a fudge, I think is what I'm going to have to do to ensure that when we actually get to 28 it can upgrade cleanly. I'm not going to publish this in a PPA that's anyone's using. I'm going to publish this in a shonky PPA, but I will want to test that upgrades work. So I do want a means of having one package upgrade the other. So the next thing we'll look at is, we know that we need a newer version of Ceph. So let's head to the document that explains what Ceph version we're looking for, which was way up here. Should have made a note of this whilst I was here. Here it is. Version 103.560. Okay, so let's go and find Ceph builds. Yeah, here we go. I've already forgotten the version number. 103.560. Okay, so we'll go to Linux 64-bit, all builds, show more. There we go. So what we're going to do is, here it is. Here's the most recent version of 103.560, just here. And I think it's this minimal build is the one that we use. So I think I've set this up so I just have to drag out the version number like so. So let's just see, is that what I do? No, I take more than that. It's the whole name. So let's do copy. Oops, that's the wrong thing. Here we go, that one. Copy link address. So how much of this do we need? We need the whole Ceph binary, Chromium, Linux 64 minimal, so there. So all of that is what we use to tag the Ceph release. And then the other thing, we'll just go and have a look and see if there's a newer version of the AJA stuff. I may not actually rev that at the moment if there is, because there can be changes in that break things, and I want to keep the breakage to OBS at the moment. Actually, I think we can see where this comes from here. If you're not familiar, AGA are like camera and capture device manufacturers, and they recently landed support for their camera SDK in OBS. In fact, in the 27 release. Oh, this is good. This looks like it's the same version. So bug fix 5, that's the version that I have, so no change there. That's good. I tested this before I went live and it wasn't appearing up there, so I'm very curious as to what the heck's going on with that. Hello Eurobetics, welcome back, how you doing? So there's the deb archive we're going to get. Okay, so I think these are the version bumps that I'm interested in. And then the script here, this is grabbing upstream Git. And oh right, OBS ver. Oh man. So I'm going to have to actually put this in here the right way to get the Git checkout to do the right thing. Okay. So I'm going to probably need to add a new thing, which is like Debian version or something, to track this. Okay. So that is the OBS version. We'll call this Deb version. And that was actually, I don't know if you saw that, but that is actually a really good suggestion from GitHub Copilot. That is amazing that it even knows the intent of that. Look, it's even added PPA1 in there as well. Wow. I mean, if it wasn't for the fact I'm trying to overcome what will be an upgrade issue whilst I'm testing the betas, I would just accept this. That is a perfectly reasonable suggestion. So yeah. So I'm going to do my 27.99 thing, 0.0. And we'll then put the, Deborah, oops. It knows that that's there as well. That's pretty amazing. How the heck does it figure this stuff out? That's astonishing. Right, that will do, I think, for that. So I'll need to incorporate that because that will be a change in the way the packages. I may even do something like this. I think what we'll do is this, so we can actually track this correctly. We can do OBS version, do something like really do that. That should do it. So at least we can see, we'll see in the Debian version number that it's really a 28. So we'll go with that. So this, that will mean that this works. We can pull down the submodules and then what do I do here? So this is me creating the build stuff. So what I'm doing here is I create effectively I create a fake original tarball because we want to add additional stuff into the build environment. Hello Hakiri Knight, good morning, good morning. How are you? I'm sorry to hear you're not well. Get yourself a cup of tea and put your feet up. McPhail says let's actually put this on screen. So McPhail says OBS for XYX beta would sort out XYX. Let's just take a look at that. You could well be right. Let me just take a look. Hang on, I'm on the wrong screen. So you're suggesting that we do OBS version. Oh, actually, so OBS version is linked to how it checks out Git, but you're suggesting we could do this.
Thank you for the follow, Simonort _.
Hello, Simonort. Welcome to the stream. Thank you very much. So you're suggesting we could do 28.0. Let's even type 28, shall we? Tilde beta 1. And I'm going to tag onto that another tilde, which will be the release name. That could work. Yeah, you could be right here because I expect this will go beta 1, beta 2, however many betas, and then it will go to RC, R being higher than B. So I think you're right. I think that's going to do it. I think that will do it. So actually, we will do this, and we'll add exactly what it. Oops, exactly what it's. Well, almost what it suggested. We'll add that to the Debian version, and we'll stick that here, like so. So we'll do 28. No, we'll need to put that revision on the end for the time. In fact, we don't want that at all at the moment. I'll put it here because it won't matter. It won't matter. And actually, let's do that. Okay, that's a good suggestion, McPhail. I'm just factoring it in, just just making sure my brain is alive to this. I don't think there's any pitfalls of doing this. Tilde beta 1 will be superseded by. No, this should work, because when this becomes, this should work. Hello, hello, ADS, how you doing? Welcome back. It's been a long time. How have you been? So, you've been a VIP since the very beginning, because I think you were the first subscriber to the channel, ADS. So consequently, you became a VIP when I had, like, 50 followers or something. So,
thank you for the follow, Pingling Sing.
Hello, Pingling Sing. Welcome to the stream. So, let's look here. So, McPhail, just say I posted a link to the docs in the chat, but it got redacted. Okay. Yeah, I wonder why it did that. I'm sure I was allowing links. I think I'll review my Twitch, quotes permissions. I think anyone that's been a long time follower should probably get the ability to paste links in there. I thought I'd enabled that. Okay, yeah, I think you're right, McPhail. I think you're right. And actually, we could even do something clever here, couldn't we? We could do this. We could do. Yeah, we could do this. We'll do echo. In fact, let's see if we can learn a new trick. I think this might be possible. Uh-oh. There's a disruption in the broadcast. Paul, plug the cables back in. Thank you. Right then. Let's do bash string replace. I think we can do this without invoking sed. I wonder if anyone here has suggested. In fact, actually, what am I doing? Before I look, don't look at the suggestion. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do bash replace with hit return. Oh, it's going to use sed. It's the right answer though. It's the right. That's what I was about to do. That's exactly what I was about to do. And then I was thinking, I wonder if so OBS version. So we say deb version equals the OBS version. We'll just put some stuff in here to keep shell check happy, and we'll do that replace. Okay, so now our deb version becomes that, and we'll do this. We'll put quotes here and add on the end debreb. There we go. So there we go. We've programmatically made it so that the Debian version will now always do the right thing. Okay. So yeah, I was deliberately avoiding Stack Overflow to see if I'm trying to curb going to Stack Overflow to see if I can get GitHub Copilot to make good recommendations, and it just did. Although I was thinking it's possible to use Bash to do this. Here it is. So they say first string, second string. So let's just copy that, come over here. First string. So let's just look at their example. So, okay, so that's fine. So I think what we could do here...
Thank you for the follow, Sanix_Darker.
Hello, Sanix. Welcome to the stream. Thank you very much. So I think what we could do if we just wanted to use bash to accomplish this is we could say OBS version here. And then hyphen, and then the second string, well, might have to put it in quotes given that it's tilde, but let's try not. So that may do it too. I'm not going to do that for now. I'll keep it like this because I know this is going to work. I need to just not introduce too many crazy changes. So ADS Copilot Automate. Yes, so GitHub Copilot is like a AI pair programmer. So it's quite nifty. You know, you can use it for things like you write a comment, loop from 1 to 10, okay? And I hit return. Is it going to do it? It's not. Let's see what that's going to give me. There we go. Look at that. So there's your code snippet. There's a bash loop that loops over IP ports to find a free one. So you can start by writing a comment, or you can even do like a function name. Let's do time in China. There we go. I didn't have to write anything other than tell it what the outcome was. It's pretty cool stuff.
Thank you for the follow, Vargvikernes Viking.
Hey, oh, hello, Vargviker, something or other. I'm going to go with Varg. That seems nice and easy to say. Welcome to the stream. Right then, let's crack on. So we're going to download all of these things. We're going to download Ceph. We've put those links in. We're going to download AGA. We're going to get the Debian packaging. It checks out. It's going to pull. It's going to get the submodules. We're going to create our build directories and then check out the OBS version. And I haven't just broken that, have I? Let's just go back. I know I was just messing around with Copilot. I didn't. No, that's correct. And then we've got a new deb version. So we do that. And we delete the git directory from the thing we've just checked out. This then sets up Ceph for being built. So Ceph is distributed as a binary thing. We have to do a few things. So we strip some unneeded symbols to keep it small. And we just need to do a quick relink. We do the same with the AGA stuff. And OBS version that we can put in there for sure. So this creates a new tarball. So this looks like, this is effectively creating what looks like an upstream tarball release, but with the extra bits packed inside it that we need to enable the additional features for Ceph and the AGA camera support. And now we're going to go through this process. So this for dist at the moment, what we're going, well, first of all, Impish can just be released because that's end of life now. And we'll, for the moment, we're just going to target focal. As I said, no changing cute here, so we're going to keep the changes minimal. We're removing the symbols from the Debian packaging. This is because, particularly on major version upgrades, this introduces some symbol testing in the builds inside PPAs and what have you. And I know that the symbols are going to change. This is those methods that are exported through the various libraries. And if any of them are different, you have to go in and manually update the symbols table. I don't care about that. It's not important for this process, so we just throw these away and all of those checks are disabled. This is the sort of thing that you definitely keep on when you're publishing officially into the Debian and Ubuntu repositories, because this will detect things like ABI breakage. We know this package is going to be ABI broken by design, so we're just going with it. So this OBS version override, this will say deb version, like so. In fact, we can continue to say OBS here. But actually, why don't we just do... Yeah, let's leave that alone. That doesn't appear in the thing here. So, what we're doing now is we're monkey patching the Debian packaging. So we pulled down the upstream Debian packaging, and now we're monkey patching it to make it compatible with how the official OBS Studio PPA build works. So we're turning on Pipewire, we're then enabling the browser stuff, and we're enabling VST support. This is where we enable Chromium embedded frameworks and the AGA camera stuff. So hopefully none of that should have changed. I've got a file here which has got the keys to the streaming services to enable the like Twitch and YouTube integrations. I'm not going to show those keys on stream, which is why they're tucked in a separate file. And then this says, you know, if the various keys are available, then make these changes to the packaging. And we'll probably just turn that off for the purposes of this exercise. Right then, so then we just run some tooling to clean up the Debian control file. And here I make some changes. So what the heck I am doing here, I think, okay, there's no cute stuff in here by the looks of it. No, okay, so I think the only thing that's actually being done here is adding this. Okay. Okay, well then we wrap and sort that to clean it up again. And then we're saying this, on focal do these things. So then we downgrade Pipewire from 0.3 to 0.2, and then we disable Pipewire support. So we do this to keep the package as similar on focal as the newer versions. But we know that OBS Studio does in fact require Pipewire 3. So what we do now is we fully disable Pipewire from being an enabled capability on the 2004 versions of Ubuntu. Then what we're doing here is .install files in Debian packaging basically say the output of this build creates these files. Where do those files get put on the file system when this package is installed? So what we're doing is we know that there's a bunch of additional bits for the AGA camera support, so we're sticking those in the install file so those get installed. And then we do the same with the Chromium Embedded Frameworks runtime to put all of that stuff that it comes with in the right place. And then this is where we need to make a change now. So I think, okay. I need to probably take this string. Wow, I think I need to take all of that and go up to the top where I've got my deb version thing. And take this and put it after stamp there. So this is what we were actually making. This is what our Debian version really looks like. So let's keep this all here and adapt it. So OBS version plus fully loaded, and I do this so it deliberately flags up as an unofficial build. Okay. OBS version plus fully loaded. I'm just working through the semantics of these version numbers in my head, McPhail, because now I've got a plus on the end. and that's going to be fine. So tilde beta's fine, that will get dropped, that will upgrade. The plus thing and then the revision number. So okay, so I'm not using that in the same way. Okay, so let's do that, and let's drop this on here. And I think, let's think now, that's going to be the version less, so with a tilde for the beta and RCs, plus fully loaded. This is so my version is going to be a higher, in air quotes, version than the official OBS Studio PPA for the moment. Although, like I say, the whole objective for this is that I can make my PPA go away, and we'll hopefully get all of this stuff into the official release. Then I've got my own incremental number for managing my revisions so that I can bump revisions. Okay. Then we've got the actual like Debian revision here, and then we say which distribution this is for. So this will be the word vocal or jammy, and then just a date stamp, just so I can track when I actually did these builds. I think that'll do it. It's a big old version number, as you'll agree. So we'll now use down here, we'll just change this for Debver. And in actual fact, we're not going to push this, so we can inspect this and make sure it looks sensible. And then we'll say OBS version, fully loaded OBS version for Ubuntu. Okay. Okay, let's give this a go. I don't actually know how far this is going to get us, but let's give it a go. So we'll run this OBS 28 and let's see what we get. So we're downloading Ceph. Let's see. Hello, Big Pod. How you doing? Good to see you again. Yeah, Kiri. The thing about Debian version numbers, if you get it wrong at the beginning, you've got it wrong forever and for always, and it's a nightmare. I'm pretty sure this is why how epochs came into existence in Debian packaging, to unbreak stuff where people have made semantic versioning miscalculations. So McPhail says you haven't defined dist at the top of the file, so it won't work. Yeah, I think I have. Let's have a look. Well, let's see. First of all, does this thing patch? And that's the big thing I'm concerned about. So this is checking out OBS itself, OBS Git. And this is now me extracting the bits that I've downloaded over the top. So this should all be fine. Excuse me, what I'm most concerned about is the patches that exist in the Debian packaging won't apply cleanly. So this is building the AGA SDK. So what we're doing is we're basically bundling some... Oh, wow, this is really hurting my machine. If we get through this build, I need to go and just do the rip. Okay, we're beyond that bit. No, we're not. Oh, gosh. Okay. Come on, hurry up and finish building. Don't fall over. So you can hear the music stopped. I know what's going on here, and I know how to fix it.
Thank you for the follow, Gren says.
Hello, Gren says. How you doing? Welcome to the stream. Okay, now we're creating the tarball. Right, I just need to hop over to another virtual screen and fix some broken stuff. What fun. Is that working now? Hit next. Come on, computer. Wow. Is that not working at all? Right. Throw some. It's the fire that I was avoiding that's caused this problem. I know precisely what's gone on here, but I don't understand why it hasn't come back to life. So I'll just close that down a second. Let's just go to where I know this problem was introduced. This problem was introduced just about... where is it? Here. And we got another one of those nproc lines anywhere. Let's just have a look. Is that the only one? Okay. So it was introduced here. I'm just going to change this. So you may remember when we were having the heat wave here, I had to do some things to keep this computer from thermal shutting down in the heat of the moment. One of the things I did is I underclocked the CPU, which now means when all of the cores get fired up, it drops the frequency on those cores quite considerably to keep the temperatures under control. And curiously, the only application that hates that is Spotify. And whilst everything else goes clunky, Spotify just completely gives up the ghost. So I'm just going to have a little look around and see if, in fact, I could do this on stream. Let's do this. Let's just see if Spotify is still in memory anywhere. Nope, that's just a wrapper for my launcher, so that's fine. So if I go back over to this virtual screen and start that up again, and let's just change genre altogether and see if this works. Why is it not playing? This is most peculiar. I mean, I can see there's audio. I assume people can hear me, right? All of the audio hasn't failed. Right then. I see a question from Josh. Yeah, we can hear you. Okay, how very strange. Thank you for the confirmation. I'll just get to Josh's question because it looks like a long one. So, they ever fix the CMake issue? We were both having... so, Josh, the answer to your question is up until the last stable release of 27, no, my patch was never accepted. But in OBS Studio 28, all of the CMake rules in the whole project and all of its submodules and everything have been completely rewritten. It's a massive uplift. So who knows whether that bug still exists or not, but I would hope that, I mean, it was a trivial issue. I couldn't understand why nobody could understand what the heck I was describing. It was a file that had exactly the same name as a directory, and that was what was causing the failure. I would imagine that it is fixed by virtue of the rewrite. We will have to see. Yeah, we will have to see. But no, that patch never got merged. Hopefully that answers your question. We know what we're talking about. Nobody else does. But yeah, it never got merged. Huh. How weird. How weird that all of that audio stuff has just given up. Right, let's go and have a look over here then. Music. I see a music source here. I'm going to mute it. Turn it back on. Can you hear the music? Is it just me that can't hear the music? If it's just me that can't hear the music, that's fine. Let me know. Who can anyone hear music? No music. Okay, right. So not just me. Okay, let's try this then. Let's try this. Let's switch the music to here. Now you can hear music. I can hear music, so you must be able to hear music.
Thank you for the follow, Santon.
Yep. Right, music. There we go. Okay, we'll go with that then. So let's torpedoed my own machine. So what we'll do is we'll finish untorpedoing my own machine, and we'll do something like this. So on my machine, we'll just slow up the build slightly, but we'll just allocate 4 threads for the moment whilst we're streaming. I thought it was the AGA stuff that was out of control though. Hello, hello. Right then. So let's go back to where we were building this thing, and what did we get at the end of it? Do we have... I can't actually remember where this builds, but let's go and have a look. I usually stuff things here. There we go, OBS fully loaded. Let's go and take a look in there. What do we have? Well, here we go. We've got a tarball. So that's encouraging. That's the tarball that we've built. So that also must mean that all of the upstream Debian patches still apply to OBS Studio 28, which is a massive surprise to me. So let's just see if I can figure out where the source trees are. Here we go. Let's look in there and see what's in here. Hopefully this is the one that's got Ceph inside. Oh, hello. What have I done here? I seem to have Ceph inside it twice. There's the AGA stuff. So this looks like something I need to mop up at some point. Let's look inside Debian Patches. How many patches are there? There's a few. Okay, so common license, that's fine. Hide internal symbol, that's fine because we throw those away. Let's just... I'm really surprised that this patch here... no, in fact, this patch here still worked. Oh, because it just throws away those files entirely. Okay. Okay. Well, that's good. That's good news. This I thought this was this could be a potential blocker here. I didn't want to get into rewriting patches. So, Cody the Dragon, hello, how are you? I haven't seen you around in ages. Yeah, still working on Ubuntu Mate. In fact, the last stream was meant to be that. It was a most fabulous stream fail.
Thank you for the follow, Homeless 207.
I went to do a bunch of work on things, and it had already been done. Hello, Homeless. Welcome to the stream. Right then. So if that all built, what do we do now? We should have a Debian source package somewhere. He says, do we have an... I don't see a Debian source. Oh, actually, no. So it did fail. I'm getting ahead of myself. We built the tarball because the tarball's easy to build. We don't have a source package, so some of those patches could not have applied cleanly. So this is whilst I was having a little mild panic at what the machine was doing. So let's pick this up from... all of this would have been fine. This is all... it will have been here. So let's go and see where this fails. Going here. Oh gosh, that's the wrong thing entirely. Let's build a source package, and can't build, no upstream tarball. No upstream tarball. OBS Studio 28.
Thank you for the follow, Sud0NZ.
Hello, pseudo-NZ. Welcome to the stream. It's the tilde thing. Yeah, it is, isn't it? Yep, that's busted it. So we are going to have to... Boy. Gonna have to get creative about this. So I think so we're gonna have to go back to my original idea, I think. Grumble. Okay, let's just think about this. So yeah, McPhail, you're dead right. It's because we've replaced that tilde and that isn't in the tarball name. So well, we could just change this, right? When we create the version DCH here, we use the deb version. Okay. I wonder if we can do this. We might be able to do that. Now, we don't need to do all of this stuff further up here. So, oh yeah, we do. We need to rebuild the source package. So, I see some messages coming through. I'm just going to take a little look at those. Yeah, I don't think it's supported on your GPU, Cody. Yeah. No, it's not a distro issue. I think it's a hardware issue, isn't it? Right, okay.
Thank you for the follow, snapped_K.
Well, I don't think there's any other way to go about this. We'll just mop up the mess and go again. So let's in fact, do I need anything in here? Yeah, I do, because we've got some cached packages. That's fine. So we'll get rid of that. I think I'll get rid of all of the OBS Studio 27 stuff, because we don't need that here. That will make it easier to see what the heck's going on. We'll get rid of this directory. We don't need that. Okay. I'm going to get rid of this directory because I think that's in a broken state. Right then. Let's do this again. Let's just double check I've saved the script here. And let's hope that this doesn't kill the stream again. So there are some improvements. I've switched over to AMD as my primary GPU at home, and I've been experimenting with the encoding on AMD GPUs, and I've actually found a solution that seems to produce decent results and is efficient. So I'll be getting into that at some point because I want to do some comparisons. I want to get VMAF going. I want to create some clips of like computer gameplay, actual let's call it cinematic video. So this still kills the machine a little bit, even though I've What is this? Is the AGA? The AGA stuff must have a use all processors because it's chunky again. So that's outside of, that's within their own thing. So excuse the choppy stream whilst that bit of the build happens. Yep. Sometimes it does that and I don't know why. The penguin will just slide across the screen rather than... yeah, I can hear it. Don't worry. Once the build is finished, it'll come back. I'll have to go and look at where in the AGA stuff it's doing this. I know exactly what it's doing. I can see because the frequency drops down to 565 megahertz. That's what's happening. That's why everything's going so slowly. Right then. So it's building this. Oh no, that org file is. Okay, if this doesn't work, it's fine. We can manually unbreak this. Well, I think I might monkey patch it inside. I'll go and find it in a second. I think this is going to break, but we'll manually overcome that just temporarily, because I really want to get to the bit to see if those Debian patches apply. That's going to be the first hurdle to clear. Gosh, it takes a long time to... because I think I've got Ceph in here twice as well. So, we'll go and look at that. That's a bit frustrating. I wonder why that's happened. Why has it left 2 copies of Ceph behind? Right, okay, here we go. So we did build the thing, it worked correctly, and then this bit failed. So what have we got here? It failed applying the hide internal symbols. Okay. Well, we're going to be brutal about this initially. Builds OBS. And we'll go to OBS Studio 28 Beta 1. Debian Patches series. Okay, so that patch isn't applying cleanly, so we'll just disable. We'll just disable that one. Hang on a minute, what did I just do? That one. Hide. Save that. And build source package. Okay, what have we got now? Add SO name, so that doesn't apply cleanly either. Oh boy. Here we go. This is what I was afraid of. And the rest did, but it couldn't find the source package, so that's it. Okay, let's go and look at those 2 patches and see how critical I consider those to be. The first one, I think not. So hide the internal symbols. Now this I don't think is going to be an issue because I deliberately throw away all of the symbol files in these builds anyway. So I think by virtue of being for the purposes of this build, being a cowboy, it's fine. That one at least. So don't save whatever I just changed there. And then use path in user lib. What on earth is that, I wonder? Let's go and have a look. okay. I wonder if that's going to be necessary. Well, we will come back. That is not a huge patch to refactor should we need it. I'll leave it patched out for the moment because what I want to get to is seeing where build dependencies fail for compiling the thing. If this turns out to be a runtime issue, this patch is trivial and we could refactor it. But we'll leave it disabled for now. What we need to fix is the actual failure to find the things, because it's looking for... Oh. Can't build... Okay. What have we actually got? We've got a thing called... It can't find that. Okay. Fine. I can't call the origin file that file name because that will cause
Thank you
failures.
For the follow Sakantian_.
Hey, welcome to the stream. Thanks for stopping by. Right then. Oh, I missed McPhail leaving. See you, McPhail. Right. We just need to solve this, what to call this upstream.
Thank you for the follow, System 1100.
Hello, System 1100. Welcome to the stream. Thanks for stopping by. So we definitely cannot call the what we're composing as our upstream tarball. We absolutely cannot call it this because this is not the final release of OBS Studio 28. And if we call the upstream tarball that, it's going to cause problems with subsequent releases of the betas and the RCs. So we need to make sure that we tag that in the file name accordingly. So, do I often hit 50 plus viewers these days? No, I don't. I average about 35, I think, so today's a good day. Thank you to everyone who's new here, by the way. Right then, let's go and see if we can cook up an appropriate file name for the tarball so that it is going to work as we iterate over betas and RCs in the future. So let's just go and look at what I was doing in the previous script, which runs against the current version. So I imagine, so I do put that in there. That's not, Martin, you silly boy. Oh no, that's fine, because we in this new one we changed it to OBS version, which expands all of that stuff, so that's fine. So it's actually the piece where we create tarball. The tarball name is up here. Yeah, so OBS Studio. Huh. OBS there. Why didn't we create that file name? Exactly. So let's just think about this. Maybe what? I think I've got a problem in my... Let's just go back and have a look at this Debian changelog file, because we haven't actually looked at what we've generated in there. Oh, there we go. There's the problem. Silly boy. Right, okay. Let's just take a look at the directory beneath ourselves, and we have this, beta 1. Okay. Why have I got all that fully loaded stuff in the file name there? Okay. Right, okay. let's think. We want the OBS version in this file name. This all looks sensible. So what aren't we doing? We've got a tilde. We've put a tilde in here. That's why it's busted. It's doing this. The deb version. Okay. Okay. When we do the DCH thing, do we? That's why. Okay. Right. The version that we're shooting for here is going to be something like, well, I'll tell you what, not something like, let's actually go and generate it. I'm just thinking about how to do this so I don't have to keep rebuilding the whole damn thing every time. I'm going to have to just do a block comment, I think. Or we could just do this bit. That is where we're revving the package, so we will do this. All of this stuff we'll get rid of now. No. Let's do this. So I'm just going to echo out some variables here because and exit the script here, because what I'm going to do is manually step through some of these bits to get the version numbers correct, and then we'll put those back in. So is this the first beta I've done? It is the first beta I've done using this technique, and I'm now learning that I've got some dangerous assumptions in the way that this works. But it's all doable. So let's do that. Oh, okay. So we've got the OBS version, we've got the deb version and the tarball version. Okay. And then if we take these two lines here and echo those out rather than actually execute them, we should have, let's, it's an American keyboard here, isn't it? So let's do that. And that, and that. In fact, yeah, we do need to do that. There we go. And echo that line out, and then I've got everything I need to do that. Right, let's head back in here. So if I go to this directory and now run not builds, scripts, OBS and OBS PPA 28, that should just spit out those variables. Okay. And that is what we think our tarball should be called. And because we've got that version number, it's not going to work. So how do I do this? Yeah, what a problem. I think I might have to just put this on a side, on the side for the moment, just to get to the point where we can test the build. Because at the end of the day, I can just throw away the build environment in Launchpad and solve the how am I gonna name these files semantically another time. King Egypt says, ooh, is 8-bit versus back on? It's being planned. Someone might have renewed the domain for 5 years the other day. Optimistic, I know. Yeah, it's in planning. Right, okay. Okay. We're going to do a couple of things here because I'm going to have to rebuild this directory on more than one occasion. So the first thing I'm going to go and do is find out where nproc is being used here. There it is. Oh, only in the readme file. That's disappointing. I was expecting to find something nice and easy to monkey patch to stop that build just dominating all of the threads, but I don't see it. Technically it should be in here, I'd have thought, but well, I'm just gonna have to suck it up, I think. It's just gonna hurt the stream every so often, because what I can't do midstream is go and reconfigure the BIOS to turn the undervolting off. Okay. Right, let's go and have a little look at the comparison between these two here. So, before we were generating just that OBS version and just the tarball version, which was based on the OBS version plus that. And it's only because this has got beta in the name. Gosh. How do we overcome this? I wonder if they've ever built... Let's just go and have a look at something. I wonder if we've ever seen beta versions in the OBS Studio PPA in the past. Like, if we go here, let's see what they've used, if indeed that information is available. So let's take a look at... Oh, wow. Maybe they don't build the betas in here. Okay, yeah, that's just a straight there. So maybe let's look at Focal. That would have been around for longer. So they call it version -0. Ooh, we could work around it that way, couldn't we? We could call it... We could drop the beat... yeah. Okay. I'm just thinking we could drop the whole beta thing from the file name entirely. Oh no, we can't do that. That's precisely what we can't do. That will screw things up. We have to keep this labelled distinctively. I don't think there's any other way to do this other than call it 27.99 and fake it entirely. Okay, I'm going to go back to that technique. It's a technique I'm familiar with, and I think we're going to have to go there. So what we're going to do is this. We're going to keep the upstream OBS name as this, and we're going to create the deb version as 27. What was it before? It was, we'll just call it 9.0, like so. And then we'll do really OBS version. Like that. Right, okay. And then we'll call the tarball. So the deb version now needs to become deb version, like so. Without that, so that just needs to be, that can't be deb version, this needs to be a string that we embed
Thank
beneath.
you for the follow, red_snapper.
Hello Red Snapper, welcome to the stream. Thanks for stopping by. Partner when? Oh, I'm never. ADS, there's no way. No way I stream regularly enough or to enough people for partner to be a thing. Right then. Even streaming 3 times a week, I don't hit the required hours to get to partner. It's a couple of hours short every month. Right then. Gosh, I hate version numbers in Debian Packages, I've decided. Or at least for this use case. Okay, so let's just think this through. I'm going to drop that out entirely from here. We're going to have this deb version, which is going to look like that, and this is going to artificially be higher. And can be superseded in the future. And then from the original script that I was forking from, we had this big old version stringy thing here. We're going to put that back in the mix here, down here, using that technique. So this is OBS version, but we now need to change that to deb version, like so. So that's going to have plus really whatever on the end. That's fine. Okay, so let's now take that. I'm going to have to rebuild the tarball. So okay, we're going to have to do this thing. Right. The tarball is based on the OBS version. No, we can't do that. We need the tarball to be based on the Debian version. And okay, I think what we'll do is we are going to wipe everything out now. So let's go over here. Why can I not find the way that this is breaking my build? It's not using CLang, I don't think, is it? I don't provide CLang in the... No, okay. I'd really like to stop this getting too carried away. But, okay, such is life. We can't have everything all the time. Okay, I'm going to throw all of this away except for Ceph, so we'll actually do this. Throw away these build directories and throw away this tarball. Plus. There we go. So we don't have any 28 stuff in here now. And we don't need that knocking around. That's very old. Okay. We'll keep the older Ceph because if we ever rebuild 27, we'll need that. Saves downloading it again. Yeah. Yeah, it's usually that plus really thing that's used if you like. Let's imagine version 1 of a package is published in the archive, and then you go and publish version 2 in the archive, and version 2 is broken beyond all compare, and you want to roll back, the way that you do that is you republish version 1 as 2.0 plus really 1.0 in order to signify it, because it needs to be a higher version in order to actually upgrade. So Ivanhoe, I got it. Ivanhoe asks, are you doing this for Ubuntu Mate? No, I'm doing this for Ubuntu, just generally, so all of the Ubuntus. This is me finding my way through the upgrade process for OBS Studio 28, so that I can hopefully help contribute to the official packaging team. But at the moment I'm just finding a way to get this building so I can learn what's changed and what's broken. So I think this is what we will do for now. And we'll give this a whirl and see what happens. So let's go to Scripts OBS. Let's run OBS. Be prepared for some stuttery video in just a moment. So this will do a clean checkout of the Studio Git. I could have left that, I guess, but never mind. In fact, it's going to do something like that most times. It's going to have to do a reset, but let's let this go. So this is grabbing Git. That AGA camera stuff is annoying. I think after this stream I'll have to restore the default voltages to the CPU. I can't have the machine falling on its knees every time I do something intensive like that. I'll just have to buy a desk fan to puff into the back of the case on hot days or something. Add to the cooling. Right. Okay, so then we're going to overlay Ceph. Yeah, I'm not happy about the way I'm having to do this, but it will have to suffice for the time being. Get a chiller. Yeah, I know, right? I was looking yesterday. I think over the weekend I might buy some kind of... Here we go. This is the AGA build. So hopefully at this point in the stream, I think you can see the videos, like, you know, not smooth anymore. But hopefully the audio still works. And what I'm learning from this here is that when the audio died earlier, I don't think it was Spotify that was the problem at all. I think it's Pulse Audio with null syncs. I think it was the null syncs in Pulse Audio that actually fall over when it downclocks the CPU cores so aggressively. Yeah, laggy lag. Yeah, okay.
Thank you for the follow, Keshanks.
Hey Keshanks, how you doing? Has it finished doing that AGA bit? Who can say? Oh no, it's still going. Two more steps to go. If I can get this tarball built and composed once in an appropriate way, hopefully it'll be fine. Right then, here we go. So here's OBS Studio 27.9. Let's see what we get. So, stream should be unlagged again now. Sounds a bit like someone is rapidly tapping on the tapping the audio. Yeah, okay. So, I will unbreak that stuff in the future, or after this stream, so that we can avoid that next time. Just so you know, whilst this is building, this pushes the CPU temperatures up to 80 degrees Celsius. So with the stream and an all-core build running, it works the CPU quite aggressively. Well, ADS, if you want to have a go at snap packaging, the OBS Studio snap hasn't been updated since I announced that I would be stepping down from maintaining that. So yeah, if you want you want to find a package to maintain, that one could do with some love. Oh, right, okay. Now we're in familiar territory again. We were fully expecting this to fail. So, what we should have now in the builds directory, the builds OBS fully loaded directory, is this tarball here. OBS Studio 27.9.0 plus really. Okay, so we now have a correctly formed fake upstream tarball. That's what we were looking to create there. I think that looks like it could be fine now. So now let's go and look in OBS Studio 28, and we have got a bug here we need to fix, because you can see here we've got this Ceph directory. Hello. Are they bundling Ceph? Huh. Let's just go and have a little look here. Maybe I don't need to do this anymore. Oops. Why did that list... So Ceph binary is definitely what I downloaded, and there it is. But then there's this directory, Ceph build, which is empty. Oh, okay. Okay. I'm just going to check on that, because I thought I was building in. So let's just look how we instruct this to be. Yeah. Oh, is that so we make that? Okay, hang on a minute. Let's just double check we've not broken this. So that's all fine. This is all fine. So when we do this bit here, I wonder if this, yeah, cd that directory, make, so that's where we try and move that to that there. Huh, that's clearly not working, is it? Okay, we need to fix that. Why is that not working? Extract that tarball. Okay. Into the build directory, which we know is working. And then rename that to just Ceph. Maybe that's not working because Ceph exists. That Ceph directory exists potentially. Okay, let's go and confirm that that's the case. How can we do this? Go in and look in the builds OBS Studio fully loaded, then just the OBS Studio. This is the git checkout, and we don't have a Ceph directory here, so they're not bundling it, so it's definitely a breakage in what my script does here. Huh, that's interesting. So is this not running at all? So, here we go. This will be why. OBS version. Oh no, that should be fine. OBS version is this version here, and there it is. So, just trying to understand why this hasn't built the assets there. And has it built them here? Arrgh. That's the same structure as always. Okay. Well now. Ah, that's interesting. Oh yeah, that's expected, okay. Why no package here? Right, what we're going to do is I'm going to make myself a little quick comparison thing here. We're going to do this. We'll drop back to builds. No, we won't. Scripts, OBS, and we'll run the version for 27 and get a directory comparison that I can go and take a look at and just try and figure out why this is not working. See you, Hikiri. Thanks for stopping by. So, I wonder why that simple process of moving the extracted directory to a new name is not functioning. That's really weird. I mean, I could work around this by using the full name of the Ceph extraction, but I don't want to do that. It looks as ugly as everything. Oh, here we go. Ah, see, this simply was not working in the other one. We didn't see any of this, did we? In the other thing. This is the bit I fixed in the other script as well, so that Ceph. I think I'm going to have to go back to this stage and make sure we get this bit working. Oh god, here we go. Right. Right, there we go. We'll just halt that there. We don't need to do all of that. Right then. So if we go to builds, OBS fully loaded, and then go and look inside the 27 directory, which we've just constructed, we'll see that there is just this directory here called Ceph. So we are going to have to go and fix this over here, because this is fundamental. So we're going to rerun this thing again, and we're going to run to here and we're going to exit so that we can watch what's going on. So we'll rerun the build for 28, but only up until the piece with Ceph, and that will tell us why things aren't working. Ah. Oh! Look at that. It's not actually a clean download. Well, that's interesting. Hang on a minute. Let's do that. I'm running the wrong script. Try again. Hang on a minute. That's not right either. Okay, let's fully loaded, and the OBS Studio 28 directory we want to get rid of. Right, now we'll run that. So let's work out. We know about those things breaking, but what we did... Hang on a minute. Why is it getting this far in the process? Why is it... Why is it even getting to there? I'm a bit confused now. What's going on? We don't do that stuff up here, do we? We copy OBS Studio to 28. And then we check out the version that we're interested in. CD to there. Did we? And then we do this and exit. Exit. It clearly says it. Exit. Exit. Shouldn't be getting to any of the other stuff. What? Why is it doing this stuff? It shouldn't even get here. Like, that thing there is where... I do apologise. This is... Yeah, Big Pod, I did hear that the... what do they call it? Inactive repositories are going to get removed from GitLab. So, copy OBS Studio over the new one. That's fine. Check out the current version. Delete the Git piece. Fine. Extract Ceph and do things. The whole bit where we... Ah, there we go. That's why. It's skipping this because it sees the tarball is there. We need to go and remove the tarball. There we go. That's the conditional. OBS Studio 27.9. There it is. Now we'll run that script and we should see it do the right thing. Okay. Let's see how this fails. So, extracting Ceph. So that works. We hope. Or it falls over and says it's a corrupt tarball. So let's do that. Oh, okay, so ads, thank you for pointing that out. I hadn't seen that. So apparently they've done a U-turn on that decision. I'm not surprised. Right, okay, this directory does not appear to contain cmake.lists. Okay, so what happened here? We extracted cannot stat no such file or directory. Okay, so that failed, which is fair enough. But why? But why? Why did you fail? Here we go. This is the file name. Copy. Let's just create an empty file here. Come on, just do it. Right, okay, so that's what we actually have. And it complained that this did not exist. So let's go and spot the difference. Okay, well that is... Ah, hello. Okay, yeah, that's the first. This is obviously the difference here. So if we do that and that, they are the same. Am I not in the right directory when we ask it to do that move? Creating tarball. No, we're not even that far. We're here, aren't we? We're at this step here. Build directory. Are we in the build directory? We should be. Then we step inside OBS version. Let's just do... I wonder if we can do... Is it C? Is that how we do it? Let's see if we can use this to prompt my memory without looking at any. Tar extract to Ceph folder, Ceph directory, to directory Ceph. Yes, it is that. There we go. Look at that. Right, okay, we'll borrow that then. So we're going to do those things and we're going to deposit it here. Like so. There we go. That then means that we don't have to do that dodgy thing there. And GitHub Copilot. It's rather handy, isn't it? So that I think should overcome the issue in that we're always going to extract that tarball to that common place. And then we should then probably be specific about this and say build and create that directory, and by the way double quote it to make sure we don't run afoul of any strangely named files or directories, and then change to that directory and then do those things and then exit. Okay, well, let's give that a go. Okay, well, thank you for sharing that, Ajza. I could do that. That's not a bad idea. Hello, it's still not working. Hang on a minute. Extracting. Cannot open. What? What? What the heck is that telling me? I'm certain that directory exists. Let's just remove it so it's not there. This was not where I was expecting to get hung up today. Right, there was just that build directory in there. Run that again. No such file. Cannot open. Extracting tar. Cannot open. Ceph. What? But it's there. What the heck? This worked fine on the older version of the script. So what have I done? I've changed the OBS version names. That's the old script. And this is the current one. Hey, our podcast, how you doing? It's not a good time to be here. Currently, I'm wrestling my own incompetence. I don't know what I've done to break things right now, but I've managed to do it. So I'm just trying to unpick the mess that I've made. Oh, is that because this directory doesn't... okay. It doesn't actually exist. We make it after the fact. Now I understand just how stupid I've been. we'll do this. Make that directory there. And now run the script again. Let's see how we get on. Now extracting and hopefully not failing. Wouldn't be a day without randomly doing things and having things break. Yes, indeed. I agree completely, and I saw somebody they've got a t-shirt for their channel and it said fix something every day, and I thought of making a t-shirt which is fix today what you broke yesterday. That's kind of the reality of the situation, I think, in my case. Right then, how did we get on? Still not right. So let's see what we've got now. OBS Studio 28 set. Oh, it's unpacked the... Oh, you... Right. That's why I was doing what I was doing before, clearly. Right, okay, let's try this. We'll try GitHub Copilot again, see if it can help me, and we'll say extract tarball without top level directory, and press return. And XJF. No, that's what I have. Oops. Extract tarball without top level directory. That's what I'm doing, surely. XF, yeah.
Thank you.
Hello,
for
Felipe.
F0NTANA.
I'm preparing for a clean install of Pop! OS 2204. Wow. Might want to... Well, yeah, you can do it now, I guess. Right. What the actual... It's going to make me read a man page, isn't it? Because I can't remember. Keep directory symlinks. Oops, I went too far. Just see that. Delay, directory restore. I don't want that. No. Change. Oh, we could use that. That's a bit more. Change to directory before performing any operations. Ah, that's why. Okay. Well, we can do... Let's change to... It's not where to extract, is it? It's change to that place and extract. Okay. Anyone remember if you can... Oh, rename directory. No, we don't want any of this stuff. I'm sure this is possible. Let's see. Tar extract no top level directory. There we go. Oh, Ask Ubuntu. Let's see if Ask Ubuntu has the answer from 10 years ago. No, that's not right, because it's going to do the thing, right? Has to exist. Well, we found that out. Ah, here we go. This is it. Now I remember. Strip components 1. There we go. That's what we want. So, back here, like so. Oh, look, it's flipping added it. Look, now GitHub Copilot has woken up because I've got this comment above. Could have done that 5 minutes ago. That would have helped me. Right, okay, let's go and do this again. So we haven't even got to the good bit yet. I'm just fighting my ability to make a fake upstream tarball with extra source bundled into it. Okay, let's see if this works. Hey Mandy, how you doing? It looks like you might have... Yeah, this is good advice. I should follow this good advice. There we go. Now our Ceph stuff is building. But yeah, set EX at the top of the script and it will just automatically fall over when things fail. Yeah. I tell you what, let's follow that good advice right now. Let's not just say that's good advice. Let's let's do it. There we go. Right then. So we've got this far, I do believe. Wonderful. So now we've got that directory with just Ceph inside it. So that will mean that the tarball is the correct size again. Now we have to go and, I'm sorry, we're going to have to build the AGA stuff again. We're going to have a little bit of stream lag whilst we hurt the CPU in its undervolted state. So I hear also this morning, I was talking to the people that run the coffee shop downstairs. They were telling me it's going to be heatwave o'clock in the UK again next week. So I may have to leave this thing undervolted for another week at least.
Thank you for the follow, radar_CS.
Hello Radar, thank you very much for the follow. I appreciate that. Right then, let's just get back to where we were. So we're building our tarball. We now know that this piece is working. We know that that will work, although whilst it builds, it's going to make a big...
Thank you for the follow, VLDMR44.
Is that Vladimir? Is that what that should be? If so, hello. Welcome to the stream. Okay. And hopefully all of that stuff will work. Right then. Let's see if we can get to the end of this time. Whilst the AGA SDK builds, it's going to lag the stream out a little bit. I apologise about that.
Thank you for the follow, Perimeter3.
Hello, Perimeter3. Welcome to the stream. Oh, what's this? Oh. See, already then, I don't want it to fall over on things like that. That's I've got a deliberate use of wget. I'm going to have to undo that. I can't be going through and unbreaking things. We'll just comment that out. Oh. I've got enough issues to be contending with without introducing new ones. Right then. Let's see if we can actually get a tarball out the end of this that looks sane. And hopefully, once this bit is done, we won't have to build this tarball again. We should have something that we can then iterate on and tidy up with the Debian build piece. Yeah. Oh yes, pipe it through true. Yeah, you can do that. Right then, here we go. So here's the Ceph piece. That's fine. This is actually an improvement over what it was doing before, so it's no bad thing. But a bit unnecessary. I wonder what changed though to the script. It seemed to be working fine before. Oh, here we go. I apologise for the laggy stream. It will be over in 57 build steps. And if my voice isn't too broken up, it will fail after this, and that's fine. I expect it to. We know why it's going to fail, and we'll get that bit fixed just after. So all we care about here is a tarball that comes out the other side that is clean. Or, in actual fact, dirty. It's a dirty tarball is what we're making deliberately. Yeah, I know, right? Right, I think everything should be fine again now. Hopefully normal service has been resumed. Now we're past that bit of the stream. So our podcast asks a question. They ask, have you played with Pipewire and OBS yet? Yes, I have. So I did the work in what will become Ubuntu Mate 22.10 to add Pipewire by default, and I have tested Pipewire in that configuration. Now, let me just explain. Pipewire exposes a Pulse Audio compatible socket. So I tested that by using the Pulse Audio sources in OBS, and that was talking to Pipewire, and it works. That said, there is a plugin currently for OBS which adds native Pipewire support, and that plugin author is in the process of landing that in the upstream OBS Studio. But I don't know if it's going to be an OBS 28 because that still looks like it's being discussed and worked on. So it remains to be seen if that lands in OBS 28. But what I'll do is, once I've got this build working, that failure is the expected one, it's fine, we'll fix that now. Once I've got OBS 28 built, I'm going to actually start working with the Pipewire plugin and all the rest of it, because I do want to move to Pipewire. Yeah, using Pipewire through the Pulse Audio socket tends to, well, it's worked everywhere I've tried it so far. And one of the things, so those of you that come here frequently will know that I started contributing to Chimera OS, which is a SteamOS distribution, and they've been having some difficulty with Pipewire, and it's one of the things that I want to look at because I've implemented Pipewire in 2 distros recently and only had good results. So I want to go and have a look and see if I can help with their implementation. Right then, let's go and fix these pesky little issues. So it was hide the internal symbols, and also so it's patches 3 and 2. So let's just go and comment those out dynamically in the build piece here. So as we compose our package here, we need to change some things. Let's do that. Let's do it at the end because this is going to be very version specific. So we're going to do sed replace there we go. It's close. It's close. It's not that file we want it in. It's patches series. Well, that was GitHub Copilot recommending almost the right solution again. Close enough that it saved me to type some stuff anyway. Right then, so we're just going to disable those 2 patches. And if we rerun our script, let's just double check my logic. It is going to do what? It is going to not do all of that build stuff because it knows it's got a tarball.
Thank you for the follow, Alphasfly.
Hey there, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. So we'll rerun that and hopefully it will generate a source package. And we should be at the point at which we can then see how it fails in new and interesting ways when we tell that a PPA to build in. Okay, so we've disabled those. Oh, I'm disabling the wrong patches by the looks of it. SO name patch as well needs turning off. Okay, well let's go and do that as well then. Oh yeah, we're in new territory now. This is as far as we got before. So I wonder how many of these patches are actually going to need disabling. Let's go again. So building using the existing tarball. Okay. Oh no. Is it? Are they all going to fail? this is going to be a massive drag if that's the case, because I know one of these is going to be a problem. Possibly. Oh man. Okay. We'll just get the thing building. Maybe we'll refactor patches another time. Let's see. Yeah, here we go. This one's so it's literally all of the patches don't apply cleanly now, which I'm not surprised. The OBS 28 is a significant step forward. There's so much new stuff. Okay, let's see if this builds. Please build, please build. Well, it's not even building. Please patch. There are so few patches left. There we go. We've got a source package. So let's just get the build OBS Studio. OBS Studio 28 beta Debian Patches series. What have we got left? Just the first one, use common license. So all of the patches that do stuff are disabled. This one I don't think is going to be an issue for the way that I'm building the stuff at all. This one I think we'll get away with it, actually. I think we'll get away with it. I'm not building for i386, so I think I'm going to get away with that one as well. The SO name patch, I can't actually remember what that was. Let's take a look. I can see why that doesn't apply though, because there's been big changes in the way that that works. Maybe that isn't even required anymore. We might get lucky. Okay, well, we have a source package, so let's go and take a look at that. Yes, builds OBS. So here's where's our fake tarball? Here's our fake tarball just here. And here's our changes file that we should be able to push to a PPA. So this is just for focal. Let's make sure that that is actually got the correct stuff in the changes file. Not cat head will be fine. Okay. Now, the reason that we're building against focal, because some time ago we started this process, is because we can still build focal with Qt 5. So we're going to see what works and what fails with as few changes as possible. So this definitely says that version number. This says that there. Okay. Okay. We'll stick this in my PPA called Zombie. Do not use any software in this PPA. It will absolutely, definitely, positively break your things. And I'm not even going to apologize for it. I think I've got a big skull and crossbones in the top of that PPA header. Don't use it. It's for random experimental stuff like this. Right, where's my changes file? Here it is. What do we reckon? Chances of building, I think, are extremely slim. Extremely slim. Right, there we go. Upload, successfully uploaded packages. Good, good. Let's go and take a look at their packages. So let's go. This is the official open OBS PPA, and I am building here. And as you can see, there are other builds of OBS sitting in here for oh, hello. Immediately I spot an issue. I don't actually see the build turning up. Go and check my emails. Oh, hang on. Here we go. What's this email? Failed. Okay. Why is that? I am now reading the email on my phone. Why did it fail? Oh, it doesn't even like that first patch. Right, okay, well that's easy then. Right then, let's come over here. Let's build it ourselves, so we'll get rid of that patch as well. So it didn't like that when it was building it in the PP8, so we'll turn it off too. In fact, given that all of these, none of these patches apply cleanly, we can make this real easy for ourselves. Right then, we need to rebuild this with a slight revision. So that is this deb rev number here, which we currently had at 0. So we will bump that number to 1, which will give us the ability to upload it again. So let's make... Oh, I'm in the wrong place. Let's do that. Right then. Pipewire is nice, I agree. It solved a couple of problems when I moved to it, particularly what's interesting is the thing that it solved for me is correctly selecting the correct audio, the default audio source, which is precisely the issue that the Chimera OS team were reporting as the thing that Pipewire wasn't doing for them. It is not electing the correct audio sources, so that's curious, because that was the very problem it was fixing for me. Right. Well, we've been streaming quite a while and not made a whole load of progress just yet. Oh, not this again. Ugh. This is the effect of a build being instructed to use all the cores of the CPU whilst you're streaming. I'm just waiting for this build to finish before I start talking properly. We'll get there though. Right then. There we go. So we should be back again. So ADS says, doesn't programming packaging usually involve more setbacks than progress? Well, I was expecting this to be a bit painful, although I wasn't expecting the pain in these places. I was expecting that I would see the pain once it gets to the PPA. I didn't realise I'd be fighting my own mess to actually get it going. Right, okay, we've now got another version again. Good. We will now, oops, go and upload that version to the PPA. And we need to change this number here to a 1. Hang on. Splitting out. What's this? Can't open. What? Oh, in the wrong directory, aren't I? No, I'm not in the wrong directory at all. One. What now? Can't open. Ah. Right. Yeah, well, yeah. Oh, what the heck now? Local changes detected. What? Oh, no. No, that's not possible. What have I done here? This is it. This is a new thing. All we've done is bump that. How is this? How has this got a new file inside it? We've built from a tag. We've built from a tag. We will have rechecked out based on that tag. I just need to go and check the upstream GitHub to see if somebody has indeed pushed a changed into that tag release or not. Because if that has happened, oh, actually, I've got another way around this. We'll leave that at 0. We're going to have to build it again. Oh, gosh. We'll leave that one at 0 and we'll increment this number here. Yeah, that'll do it. And we are going to have to build again. So let's go and just clean up some mess in here. So we can keep the Ceph stuff. We can keep 27.2. All of these things we are going to throw away. Anything that's 27.9, throw it away. Delete. Delete all. I think we'll keep these for, in fact that one's empty anyway, so we'll delete that just to unconfuse the situation. And what's that? That's the Debian packaging. That's fine, we'll leave that alone. Ceph, that, okay. Let's do that. And go again. No, we want to be in scripts. There we go. Right. Oh golly gosh, wow, this is going to build another big old tarball. So all I'm trying to do is get to the point where we can actually start a build in the PPA, because I want to get to the point where ideally this one works for focal, and then we can start working on a build for jammy where we have to transition to Qt 6, which may introduce some other build failures which I want to see and then adapt for. And then my plan is to take everything I've learned from this colossal mess, look at the official CI/CD tools and see if any of that needs changing for integrating building the PPA. I have to stop talking. I'm under the impression that whilst it's doing this build, you can almost pretty much not hear what I'm saying, is I think what's going on. I will fix that for the next stream, one way or another. Right. Come on, come on. I want to get past this building tarballs incessantly. Oh no, in fact. Oh no. We're going to have a problem here. So is the OBS project. We can't... We're going to have to change something. I'm just thinking ahead here. In order to support focal building against Qt 5 and jammies building against Qt 6, we're going to need to make quite the change, actually. I'm going to have to build this tarball again at some point, but only once focal's working. Okay, let me just explain what I'm thinking. So we'll go and upload this package. To the PPA.
Thank you for the follow, M1Stamask7R.
Hello, Mr. Master. Thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Your name seems familiar. I've not seen you around here before. Right, let's go and grab this. Oopsie. This changes file and send that on its way. Okay, so I will keep an eye on my phone to see if there's any build failures, and what we'll do now is we'll go and look at what I think is going to be the biggest stumbling block now I think about it, which is we can only have one version of the packaging. The tarball can be the same. Oh no, we're fine. We can't. No, we're fine. Okay. So the next thing we'll need to be looking at is this. If we just code OBS Studio.
Thank you for the follow, Ragnarcron.
Ragnarcron, hello, welcome. Let's go to 28 and the Debian control file. So what we're going to be doing, if this build works, we're going to have to rev these packages here. Anything that's Qt 5, we're going to have to bump those up to Qt 6. Now we could just bump those version numbers, or we could do something like this. I'm not going to make this change, but it will be something like that. So on Jammy, it will use Qt 6 in preference to Qt 5, but on Focal 2004, where there is no Qt 6 available, it will have this dependency satisfied in that way. That's probably the correct way to do it. So let's see. I see my phone's just flashed. Let's see. Ah, it's accepted the build. Okay, so progress. So that has accepted the build into the PPA. So let's just go and see. This will take a while to build, or it will take not very long at all to fail. And that's kind of what I'm expecting, but there are a couple of ways I'm expecting this to fail. So here it goes. The build is off and running. Okay, so we've at least got to the point where we can now construct tarballs, and as you can see, if anyone's joining the stream recently, what we're grappling with here is constructing a fake original tarball of OBS Studio 28 Beta 1 that is versioned in such a way we can iterate on it and supersede it with a genuine OBS 28 when that becomes finally released. So we have this really weird version number of a non-existent OBS version which supersedes the current stable releases, but is tagged in such a way to say it's actually OBS 28. So anything but the first alternative is not. Oh, hang on, this is interesting information. Hello, Grias, welcome. So you're saying here anything but the first alternative. The first alternative. Okay. So for automatic installation in the build depths, anything other than the... So are you saying what I was proposing as a potential idea was wrong or was going to work? So I was proposing this idea. I was just trying to think of a way of only having one control file that satisfied multiple release versions. Are you saying that that's going to be fine or that is going to fail? I don't mind if that's going to fail. I think it's fine to generate the control file dependent on the version. pbuilder accepts it. Okay, I don't think build these are using pbuilder. Well, we will find out. We'll learn together. But actually, what I was intending to do was a simple replace inside this control file from Qt 5 to Qt 6. So while that build's running, we could go off and do a little bit of due diligence here to work out where we need to find this. So if we just do Qt 5, there are only 2 dependencies apparently. So let's just do this. In fact, we don't even need to do that. It was Qt 5 SVG. So let's do Qt 6 SVG. Let's see what the package is called. There it is. So that is one of the things we're going to need to do. So in our script, we'll have some sort of conditional on this, and we'll do something like this. If it's any other version, then we'll do a sed replace for that, like so, in the Debian control file. And what was it before? It was libqt5 svg5, I think, right? So I think that will take care of that one. And the other one we were looking at was in the Debian control file again over here. Let's just look up that Qt5 x11. Oh, I wondered if that had been removed from the build requirements actually. libqt6 x11. Yeah, I didn't think that that was there anymore. So what do we do now? Yeah, so build D. I can't remember. I can't remember if it's using pbuilder under the hood or sbuild or whatever, but well, we'll find out. Okay, so if we go and look at the well, let's go and see, has this failed yet? Oh, it has. Awesome. Let's go and have a look. How has this failed? Oh, that's tiny text. Let's make that text a bit bigger. At what point do we encounter a failure? I'm just scanning this to find the point at which it gave up the ghost. This could be, we're going to have to find the point of where the actual failure exists rather than the cascade of, oh, here we go. Right, this pthread, I have seen discussion about this pthread stuff, but for building on Windows. I wonder if it's the same thing. come on, where's the... It's because this is a multi-threaded build, you can never be quite certain where exactly the source of the failure exists. No. Here we go. This looks more like it. So where are we failing here? Okay. Oh, I wonder if this is because we've removed one of those patches that FFmpeg requires. Could be. Because we've removed a patch from FFmpeg to do with library pathing, where it was, yeah, could be that. What fun. Okay. What's this though? X open display. What a big fat mess. I think it's working at this point though. This looks... CMake, okay. Because here we go. I wonder if it's this. This is I'm seeing this again. Well, it should use the internal implementation though. We've just turned off the patches to use the Debian headers for that stuff. So some deprecated something or other. Well, that deprecation should be fine, he says, hopefully. Here we go. pthread again, right. Error. Okay, this is the first one. I think this is it. So I have seen, and it is this. I might have to go and look at, where was this now? We saw a comment in Discord talking about the pthread stuff. So, I know what this might be. I think we may have flags in the Debian rules file that are telling it to use the distro provided. Let's just go and check that. It might be that it's got flags to say use the distro provided SMID stuff. Yeah, I'm hoping, Gyros, I'm hoping that that's correct. I did read that there was something about the whole pthread testing in the refactoring of the CMake files in OBS 28 that were upsetting some things, but I was sure it was something to do with Windows, not Linux. So let's just go and take a look at our place where we composed this and look at Debian rules and see if there's anything in here about SMID stuff, because we may need to no, this is all fine. This is stuff that I added, so we're not doing that. And do we see anything here? No. Okay, so it's not that. I don't. Oh, here we go. Here we go. This is the thing I think this is the issue, because we've disabled that patch for Sorry. Right at the top. Right. Where are you directing me? I see you said right at the top.
Thank you for the follow, Daxweb.
Hello, Daxweb. Welcome. Welcome to the stream. So, this could be part of the issue. I may... Let's look. So we know all of that stuff is okay. And is there anything? Ah, and here as well. Here we go. This stuff. So, it may be all of these exports actually here could well be introducing problems. So, yeah, I think this will need to turn off. So we're not, because we're not using that at all. And that's the only other place it's referenced. Now, gen control, this is the control file stuff. So yeah, we need to, I'm going to manually comment these bits out for the moment and generate a new source package. How can I do that in a sensible way? Don't need to do that. So let's start by, I think this may be an issue as well that I might need to turn off, but for sure we don't need that. And I don't think we need this because of the patches that are being disabled. Maybe the easier thing to do is to refactor that patch. Maybe I should look into doing that. Okay, challenge accepted. Let's go and do that instead. How can I do that? Let's go and look at the original patch. Which one was it? It was use so 0006. So CMake, oh yeah, this is definitely going to be, this is where this patch will be failing to apply. This bit's probably absolutely fine as it happens. So let's just go and check that very quickly. Let's go and see. No, I've got, I'm conflicted. Part of this learning is so I can learn what we need to do in the CI/CD tooling for the official packaging, and they're not going to be doing this stuff. So maybe I should just sidestep it as well, because this is not going to be something the upstream packages are going to use. So I think we'll just drop it for the moment. Come on, brain. Save that. We will then manually rev the package via some means. The change log. I don't want to change that there, so I will change, go away, search query. I will change this number here. So ADS is asking, fully loaded comes with, oh, hello, why didn't that work? Oh, curious. So featured chat has given up the ghost as well. It's going well today. Let's try that again. Oh, that comment has disappeared from my thing, but you're asking, Does OBS Fully Loaded come with plugins? Yes, it installs a bunch of plugins. It does. And one of the reasons I'm going through this process is I want to get a version of the upstream OBS Studio, and as I look at it, I feel like this is going to be becoming increasingly difficult. I wanted to get a version of the OBS Studio package in the PPA that adhered to the same sub-package construction as the official Debian packages, so there was always a current version of OBS Studio available in the PPA that plugin authors could use to build their plugins against in their like GitHub releases pages and stuff like that. So this is why I was trying to stick to, as close as possible, the Debian packaging, which I can understand why the upstream project would not want to do in the case of some of these patches. So I don't think the removal of that SIMD patch changes the ability to construct the package in a particular way, other than maybe the way that CMake generates the deb as a single top level package. So let's build a new source package with that change. Is this going to be fine? I think it is, isn't it? I'm bumping a number. Yeah, so we can still use the tarball that we've generated. It's only the Debian aborted unexpected upstream changes where it's done this again. How weird. Has that actually changed in that tagged release upstream? This is precisely what I was working around just a moment ago. Not this one. Let's go here. So let's go and look at that tag. And no, there's been no commits for 3 days. So how the heck is that file changing? Doesn't make any sense. We're two being a package revision, not so there's something different between the directory that I'm working in and the upstream. And that, oh man, this is what I just don't understand. I've built this tarball. There shouldn't be any differences between the tarball and the contents of the directory. We generate the tarball after all of the build steps have run. So anything that could potentially touch any of those files has been executed. Well, I'm curious. So, see this file. Okay. So, for reason. I know why. Okay. Okay. I think I know why. I don't know categorically just yet, but I think I'm getting there. Right. Something here changing the license file. Because we had that other patch which we I wonder if we've run it with the patch and then disable. Yeah, we did, didn't we? We had that patch running locally and then disable. Oh, I'm going to have to build the tarball again, am I? I thought I'd overcome this, though. I thought we'd worked around this issue. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. I think... How long have we been streaming now? A long time. I'm thirsty and hungry. I think I might do a part 2 of this a bit later. Because I really want to try and get this fixed today, and I know I'm running out of time because I'm expecting the family to be in touch any moment now. So, I think I'm going to have to take the current failure state and come back to this a little bit later on today. Let's have a little think. What do we need to do? We need to get the construction process of the tarball working reliably without any conflicts of package changes, and then we need to disable features of the Debian packaging that are no longer supported by no longer necessary in the rules file because we're not applying the patches anymore. So I think...
Thank you for the follow, Twin Tadpole.
Those are the 3 things I need to get working, but I need to take a break, and it's not going to be a quick one, so I'm not going to do the whole be right back thing. I think what we'll do is we'll knock this one on the head here, and I'll do another stream a bit later. And I say a bit later, I'm thinking in a couple of hours, something like that. I know I've got some stuff to deal with the family, incoming any moment now. So, before we knock it on the head, let's go and see, are there any interesting people doing interesting things? Ah, yeah, there's one of our friends there. They were doing cool stuff the other day. Let's head back over here. Okay, so let's click on that button there.
Thank you for the follow, old newbie.
Thank you very much for the follows, Twin Tadpole and Old Newbie. I hope some of you are going to be able to make this a bit later today. We're going to just head over to someone else who's they've been working on some interesting projects recently. They've been doing custom OBS plugin development, which is kind of similar, overlay development. So we're going to head over to Adam's stream now, and hopefully I'll see some of you a bit later on, and we'll try and unpick the mess that I've made this morning. But for now, if I don't see you again, have a fab weekend, and if I see you later, I look forward to seeing you later. Bye bye for now.